Alright guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what it takes to become a full-time day trader. To have day trading replace your job, and what mental barriers and what mental strengths it takes in order to do this full-time. Because it's really not as simple as like you make some money and then you quit your job and then you're all set, right? There's a lot of mental stuff that you go through, and I'm gonna explain to you guys some of the things that I went through in the beginning that have led me to do this full time. So I've been doing this full time for almost 2 years now. It's been an amazing journey so far, and I couldn't be any more grateful for this skill of day trading. But pretty much in today's video, we're going to explain that. So what does it take to become a profitable full-time day trader? So number one, you are going to be very, very tested in the beginning with your patience and how much stress you can intake. Now, how much stress you can intake determines how successful you are going to be and if you are able to do this full time. You are going to have to become a person that is willing to intake a lot of stress and willing to handle a lot of things without having a plan B and having certainty behind it. So when you day trade, now you can either win money or you lose money. Those are the two things that are going to happen, right? If you want to be able to do this full time, you have to become the person that is willing to handle a loss, right? If you cannot handle a loss and you cannot handle the stress that comes with losing, then this is probably not right for you. Now, if you can and you're able to maintain your emotions, then this is something that can definitely work out for you. So for me, when I decided I wanted to do this full time, I was making a commitment and I was making a decision that I was no longer going to have a plan B, and I was no longer going to have a guaranteed income to back me up if something goes wrong, right? I was taking that risk to do this full time. And it took over a year to really develop these skills of being okay to handle a loss and being okay with not winning all the time, right? If I was going to take that risk to do this full time and I was gonna have a losing day, I knew that it was very, very important for me not to crash out and not blow a bunch of accounts and not think that it was the end of the world, because it simply wasn't, right? I took that risk and I said to myself, okay, I'm going to do this full time, so I have to be willing to take a loss. I know it's gonna happen, it's inevitable, it's day trading, right? So I did that. I created a habit of when I took a loss, it didn't bother me, and I knew that more than likely the next day I will catch a win and I will be totally okay, right? So you're going to have to be able to handle a loss. That's super important. Without that, you have nothing. Without that, you can't become a full-time day trader and you can't quit your job. Because if you can't handle a loss and you end up revenge trading and blowing 20 accounts after you take a loss, and now you're negative $2 grand, then there's a problem, and then you more than likely need some more conditioning before you can do this full time. And the next one is going to be time. Make sure you have a system and make sure you have time backing up your system, meaning you have lots of data backing up your model and proving that this stuff actually works and that you weren't just a one-hit wonder, right? You weren't just an overnight success. You need to make sure you have lots of data and you are very, very confident in your model that you trade in order to do this full time, because you need something to come back on. You need something to lean on, and that for me is my high win rate strategy. Now, I know it works super well. I know it can be traded every single day pretty much. It shows up multiple times throughout the day. It just depends on what session. And I know that it works. I know that it makes me money, and I know that I have trust in it. So I have trust in this system because there's a couple years of data of me trading it, and I have tons of payouts to show for it. And I have a lot of students who are also changing their lives trading this model, so I know that it works. So make sure you have a very, very good, repeatable system that genuinely works, and then that'll give you confidence and that'll give you trust in day trading, and then you will ultimately perform a lot better. And the next one is you need to become comfortable not doing anything. This is extremely important. If you always feel the need to take a trade and you always feel the need to act upon something in day trading, that will ultimately bite you in the butt, and then it'll have a reverse effect, right? It's not really like business where the more you do, the more money you make, the harder you work, the more money you make. In day trading, it's kind of the opposite. You do the hard work in the beginning when to understand everything, and you know that you have a repeatable system that works with a lot of historical statistical data, then it is up to you to be very controlling on your setups and be very specific and picky about what you take, and don't take a lot of things, right? So if you can become comfortable and not doing anything, that is a very, very good habit, and that is ultimately something that's going to provide you with a good ROI. For me, I am very comfortable staying hands-off. Now, last week, there were 3 days in a row I didn't trade. It's very unlikely for me, but I was willing to stay hands-off completely those 3 days. I simply stopped needing to make money every single day, and that ultimately made me very, very profitable in the long run, believe it or not. And me staying hands-off those 3 days last week, I protected my capital significantly because those 3 days simply showed me absolutely nothing. They were just bad price action. It's not something I really wanted to take a trade in. So that's one of the habits that I've developed that I now know is extremely imperative for me to trade full-time and do this full-time. And obviously I am doing this full-time. I've been doing this full-time for a long time, but it was one of those habits in the beginning that I needed to develop. It was very, very imperative. It was crucial for me. And the next one, and this is extremely important, you need to have confidence in yourself. If you do not have confidence in yourself and you lack a lot of trust within your executions and your overall way of doing things, then this is not something that's going to be good for you. Specifically in day trading, you have to have so much confidence and trust in yourself to make this work in order for it to work. In the beginning, I made sure I had a lot of consistency under my belt before I even thought about quitting my job and doing this full time. As you guys know, I don't know if you watched a previous video of mine, but I explained that I had at least 3 to 4 months of multi-5-figure months of consistency, proving to myself that I can do this full time before quitting my 3K a month job, right? So I gained a lot of trust and confidence in myself over those couple of months in order to do this full time. I think that's extremely important. I think everybody needs to do that, but ultimately just have a deep-rooted confidence and deep-rooted truth in yourself, and this will be very, very possible for you. Now, don't have an ego and start over trading because you're overly confident. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you need to have trust that you can do this and that you are willing to stay hands off in bad conditions. You are willing to handle a loss. You are willing to not revenge trade. You are willing to not get FOMO. You're willing to do things that you know you should be doing in order to do this full time. So have that trust and confidence in yourself. That is extremely, extremely important. And the next one is going to be about becoming a disciplined person outside of the charts. Since day trading allows so much unlocked freedom, meaning you only do it for a couple minutes. I personally only do it for a couple minutes a day, less than 30 minutes a day. I'm day trading because my model, and I have the rest of the day to do whatever I want. Now, as you guys can see, you guys can look at my YouTube consistency and overall posting consistency. I try to keep myself very busy throughout the day and disciplined, and I make sure I get content out for you guys once a day or once every other day, right? So make sure you have good habits and that you have things that keep you disciplined outside of the charts, because you're going to have so much free time to yourself. You need to make sure you are occupying that time with beneficial things. That could be hitting the gym, that can be go seeing your family, that can just be overall doing things throughout the day. You're not sitting on your couch eating potato chips and watching Netflix all day, right? If that's the life that you truly desire, then I guess, but I personally think it's extremely important that you are staying disciplined and you have things that are keeping you disciplined throughout the day, because this is ultimately a test from God to see what you do in your free time. Do you make good things out of it or do you not make good things out of it? Now, when I quit my job, I had all this free time to do things. I made sure I occupied my time with really, really good things, right? I was hitting the gym every single day, and I'm still trying to do that every single day. And overall, just trying to figure out things that ultimately make me a better person, make me 1% better every single day. I think it's really, really good to find some hobbies as well. Because like I said, day trading it only takes up such a short portion out of your day that if you don't have hobbies and you're not doing things that keep you busy, a lot of the times people fall into this bad rabbit hole of laziness and they ultimately just stop trading because of it. I know people that have done that. It's not good. It's a blessing and a curse, because now you have so much free time, but now you have to figure out what to do with this free time. So make sure you have things kind of planned out. And I know it might seem good, like, oh, I have all this free time, now I can just sit down, relax, but relaxing is only good for 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe. I'm telling you from experience, like, I don't feel the need to relax anymore. I feel the need to get things done. I'm way more motivated than I was when I was working my job and day trading. So I'm way more motivated now because now I have all this free time and it's like a test from God, and I have to, to prove to myself, prove to him that I'm willing to make good things out of it. So that's very, very important. So guys, if I really had to summarize what it takes to become a profitable day trader, what it takes to day trade full time, it's having confidence and trust in yourself, having sheer discipline in your day-to-day life, being able to handle a lot of stress and being able to handle hard times and persevere out of them. And yeah, it's really that simple. I've learned a lot about myself in the time being of me being a profitable day trader and me doing this full time. You're gonna learn a lot about yourself. It's inevitable. You have so much alone time, right? And I think that's one of the downsides of working a job is you don't have a lot of alone time and you don't really get to understand yourself on a deep personal level. But when you're with yourself all day, every day, and you have so much time to yourself, this is when you really, really start to learn about things that you love to do. And I think that's one of the benefits from day trading. You know, obviously besides you creating how much money you want to make and you only working for less than an hour a day sometimes, you get to learn a lot about yourself. That's one of the beauties of this skill, and it really is such an amazing skill. And this is why I preach it so much and why I teach others how to become profitable, because this can simply change your life. It will change your life, 100%, no doubt. It's changing all of my students' lives. It changed my life. It's incredible. There's so many things you learn about yourself, guys. You don't even know. Just wait until you reach that profitable stage, and I promise you, you're going to unlock a whole new sector of your life. But I'm out here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. This is where I live. It's pretty gloomy outside. It's around 7 p.m. right now. I've got my car parked right over there, as you can see. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I hope it opened up your eyes a little bit. More consistent uploads coming. If you guys like the content that I've been posting lately, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. And if you guys want to learn how to day trade, you guys can click the link in my description, and you can join my Discord where I teach you guys how to day trade. I teach you guys exactly what I do, what all my students do, and how they change their lives, okay? Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.